Hello again, YouTube. Today is the 4th of January. Actually, quite impressed with myself that I'm keeping this up as a daily thing, considering yesterday and today were not exactly very productive. I have, however, had a better day than I had yesterday. I haven't been as emotional. Still been emotional. That's just me as a person. But as many women will know, when it's that time of the month, it's hard to get motivated to do anything. Alas, I have work tomorrow, so I will have to do my walk there and back and to the train station and everything. I have to get up early and I'll have to actually be more active. So sometimes the weekend's kind of like my rest days, where it's just like I've been busy all week, like going to and from my job, doing my job, making sure that I've made meals and prepared for my job the next day, or that I have the food in the house to have meals, or to have like stuff to eat when I get home. And next weekend I think I'm going to do my first batch cook meal. You know, on Saturday I'm going to go out, get some ingredients and record a batch meal video for you guys. Was planning on doing that this weekend, but as I said, Mother Nature was like, you think? No. Don't mind the glasses, by the way. I do actually need glasses, but they're expensive. So I've just got these blue light ones just to help with my headaches, with screen time and everything, until I can afford my actual glasses, seeing as I need them to like drive, which I'm hoping to learn to do as well. I know it's gone and doing my weight loss journey, but in these days where the weight loss isn't really going to be taking much of an effect because we've only just started, these are the kind of days where I can do like the batch cook, maybe talk a bit about my life and everything, you know, get to know each other a bit better before it delves into all of the weight loss stuff. So it's kind of like a little journal about, and then when people start to watch my videos, they can share their experiences and we can be like a whole big community. That's what I'm hoping for. But if we don't become a big community, that's fine as well. This is just a way of me putting my journey out there, and whether it inspires 3 people to lose weight or 300 people to lose weight, it makes no difference to me, because even if it's just 3 people that it helps, it still helps someone, and that's a win in my book. But yes, I slept better last night. Not surprised with how little I slept on Friday night. And I have got to go to bed at between 10, half 10, and hopefully try and sleep again, just so I can get up at 5 and not be too overtired, ready for work. I have not made any headway with my room. Alas, not good. But I've been in a better headspace, which is always a positive. Okay, I've been in a better headspace. I've had 2 meals today instead of 1. Which is better, because at least, you know, my appetite's kind of there, and I kind of felt like I needed 2 meals. I think the fact that I only had 1 meal yesterday, kind of like, so when I woke up I was like, oh my god, I need to eat something, because I tired myself out so much yesterday that my appetite wasn't really there as much as it probably should have been. So then when I woke up today, I was like, oh, I need to eat something, or else I'm going to die. Or it's a bit, that's a bit dramatic, but you know what I mean. It's like sometimes you wake up and you're like ravenous. So I had some breakfast, and then because I didn't really do much throughout the day, got to like, I think it was about 4:30, 5 o'clock, and I was like, although I've been feeling a bit today and a bit like dodgy stomach and everything, I was like, I feel like really faint, so I need to eat something. I may not feel like eating something, but I need to get some type of food in me, because otherwise I'm gonna faint, because I could feel it coming on. I could feel like I was getting faint and everything, and although I'd been ill all day, I hadn't been feeling faint at all, and that was like my body telling me that I need to eat. I guess that's one thing that I could like point out as like a reason for today's video, because no matter how many times I could do these videos, I'm sure there's going to be something I can talk about that's different every single time, because everyone's journey is different. But what I noticed today is, yes, I didn't do much, and I did have 2 meals, and that was enough for me, but my body let me know that it was time to eat. So you're not always going to have that hunger like telling you need to eat. Like today, it was like you're feeling faint. So that was like a trigger, and I was like, oh, well, even though I don't feel hungry and I've been a bit all day, I need to eat something, because my body was basically telling me by making me feel faint. It's just like, you need energy. Where do you get energy? You get energy from your food. So I went downstairs and I made something, and then I didn't feel faint anymore, because I'd given my body the energy it needed to make sure that it didn't faint. So this can come on for like when you need food, like certain things can happen. Like sometimes when I haven't eaten in a very long time, but I've been very busy, so I've kind of forgotten to eat. Sometimes I'll smell some food and I'll be like, oh damn, I'm really hungry. Or I'll get to the point where I'm so hungry that I feel like I'm gonna throw up, and I'm like, I haven't eaten, so why do I feel like I want to throw up? And then I was like, oh wait, it's been so long since I haven't eaten, so maybe try eating. And then I eat and I feel better, and I was like, oh, I was just starving myself for so long because I was so busy that my body was like, there's something wrong here. And then obviously I ate and it fixed it. Today I was faint, so I was like, I need to eat some food. So I did. You know, or there's the classic, I'm hungry, so eat. But we have to also remember, like my dear friend yesterday told me this. It's just like, if you look in your fridge, your cupboard, and you've got stuff to make meals, like sufficient meals, like you've got the protein, you've got the veg, you've got the rice or the pasta, and you've got the stuff to make the meals, but you don't want to, it's not because you're hungry or you need to eat. It's more of a craving. Now, it's okay to give in to cravings every now and again. It's normal, especially in a period of within a month where as women go through a tough time, I want to say. I'll just refer to it as a tough time. And so it's okay to give in to cravings. Obviously, if you become pregnant, then, you know, give in to your cravings, because you're eating for 2, basically. Or 3, 4, depending on how many babies you got in there. So it's okay to give in to cravings every now and again. Sometimes you'll be like, oh, I'm really craving this, and you've got the stuff, and you're like, oh, you know what, yeah. But if you look and you've got the stuff to make stuff, but you don't want to make it, it's more likely a craving. Which means that is, if you do that all the time and give in to those cravings, then that is a great way to put on weight, because you're not having like actual meals all the time, and you're giving into cravings, which is eating stuff when you're not actually hungry. So in turn, you're overeating. But like I said, you can give into them every now and again as like a treat, or you can just have the ingredients around in case like the mood hits, as long as it's not all the time, because then essentially you'll be overeating. But then if you look in like the cupboard or the fridge, and you're like, oh, I've got the stuff to make this, and then you make it and you want that, that's more of you're hungry, this is a meal you can make. I think I explained that correctly. I've slept since they told me, you see. I'm quite a forgetful person these days. Take after my dad. Very forgetful. Mum, you could tell her something from like 5 years ago, she'll probably remember it word for word. Brilliant mind. Remembers everything. She's like an elephant. And then me and Dad, we're just kind of like, you tell us something, and if it's not important enough for us to remember, we'll sleep. And sometimes we don't even need to sleep. You ask us about it like 2 hours later. If it's not something we need to remember, it's just kind of like, I don't remember you telling me that. And hey ho, life goes on. But yeah, quite forgetful, but I'm pretty sure I explained it correctly. It sounds right anyway. But yeah, although today was more productive, less emotional, and I did get more done like than I wanted to, because I also talked to people on the phone, like strangers, for my bed. Spoke to them on the phone, and I've arranged my date to get my new bed. Cannot wait. I'm so excited. I gotta go get some bed sheets for it though, and I'm like, oh my god, I'm gonna get a new bed. It's gonna be amazing. It's king size. Oh. New mattresses and new bed frame. Can't beat it, I swear. I can't wait. That is an exciting thing that's happening in my life. I'm getting a new bed and a new mattress. Oh, it's the small things in life, guys. Small things in life, I swear. So I get excited when I get socks for Christmas, or some form of clothing for Christmas. Yeah, I got into that age where getting clothes for Christmas is like the best thing ever. I got some pajamas, some Nightmare Before Christmas pajamas. I think it's in my profile picture on YouTube. Best gift I ever got, I swear. It's just like, oh my god, I got a pair of pajamas. I got this last year for Christmas. It's a nightie, a Lion King nightie. All about the Disney, I am. All about the Disney. Absolutely love it. I've even got Minnie Mouse. She's hanging upside down there. It's like a bag. I've got a little Eeyore. My curtains over there. I've got a Disney cup up there, you know. My room is not in a state where I can show you things at the moment. But maybe later on in the year, when I've sorted my room out and everything, and we've got more on track with this whole like weight loss journey, I can show you like my room if you guys really want to see that. You know, show you some of my hobbies, stuff that I like to do. You know, because even though it's not directly related to the weight loss, you know, like good eating, gym, everything like that, being in the correct headspace and like a clean environment, like I spoke about before in the last couple of days on my videos, that will also help. Because if it's chaos like it is right now in my room, it's like a bomb here, really. It's terrible. If you're living in chaos, then when you try and do something like this, it's going to bring chaos, and it's going to be chaotic, and it's going to be really hard to do, because you're going to be struck between I want to go and make my batch meal, but the fact of it is that I'm living in a pigsty. So you have to pick which one you want to do. Do you want to clean your room, or do you want to make your batch meal? And both of them are equally as important as each other in the journey. The batch meals will help with time and meal prep and everything. But then also a clean room will give you a cleaner headspace and will make you a lot calmer, and you won't have to worry about your room anymore because it's already done. So they're both equally important, but when you're having to choose and you don't know which one to choose, and each one comes with pros and cons, that's why you got to try and keep your room tidy, which my mum has been telling me for years. And I've never listened to her, and I think it's about time I started listening to her advice. You know, listen to your parents' advice. Just as a general rule, because they've been through this stuff before. And the amount of times I've said to my siblings, I was like, if mum tells you something, gives you some advice, just listen to it. Because I didn't listen to it. And now I wish I would have listened to it. She knows what she's talking about. It may seem crazy or like overprotective. I don't care. Just listen to her and do it. Because otherwise you'll be like me and you'll be like, oh, I wish I listened to mum when she said that. Because parents, most of the time, they do what's best for you. But I guess that's really all for today, because I've just kind of repeated a few things, added a few new things that might help you with your journey. And tomorrow, again, is a new day, and I'm going to be more active because I have to go to and from work. And I got to go to work, so all of that's going to be like, I'm going to be more active just for the pure fact that I need to go to work, you know, so that you can pay your bills and everything, you know, the responsibilities of an adult. So I will see you tomorrow after I finish work and update you on my day. So I'll see you later. Bye bye.